Hi everyone, it's Colleen. Today I wanted to talk to everyone about meal planning and how we set up our meal plans for the week. I'm going to go through and show you a basic meal plan, how I would put one together, and then you can start with that and then you can build on it each week. Now, when you are first starting out and doing your first round of the 21-day fix, keep it simple, okay? Don't get all fancy with your recipes. Keep things simple. It's going to be, you're going to find it hard enough to get in your 30-minute workouts a day, let alone doing meal prep. Meal prep for some of you could be totally new, okay? So you're gonna, after the first couple of weeks, you might find that hard just to get in the meal prepping. So keep things simple. I always do my meal prep on Sunday. I do my meal prep on Sunday for the entire week. You don't have to do that, but that's what works for me. And I keep it simple. So from Sunday to Friday, I have the same meals. So I have the same lunch every day, I have the same dinner every day. That keeps it super simple for me. On Saturdays, that's my day where I'll start off my day, and Saturday evening I might have a little bit of a treat meal, and then on Sunday I start my next meal plan for the next week, okay? I keep my morning snacks and my afternoon snacks the same, and I keep my breakfast the same. I just switch up my lunch and dinner each week. Again, until you get used to meal prepping itself and figuring out how to put meals together, stick with the basics, okay? You will get your best results that way as well. So in the book, when we first get into the book, you should all have this one with you, the eating plan book, okay? When you get in here on page 4, so page 4 is the first one you're going to go to, and you're going to figure out where you fall in which calorie bracket, okay? So you get that one first. Once you figure that out, then you're going to hop on over to page 19. So page 19 is going to show you which calorie bracket you're in, and then how many containers of each you're going to be able to have, okay? So for this purpose, I'm going to build a meal plan that I would follow. It's actually the meal plan I'm eating this week. So I'm hopefully going to be able to write it out here for you, and hopefully you can see it, okay? So we're going to build a meal plan, how I would build my meal plan. So my calorie bracket is the 1,500 to 1,799 range. Okay, that's where I fall in. Now, down the side, I always write down my containers. So, I have green, I'm allowed 4 containers. Purple, 3. My red, I'm allowed 4. Yellow, I'm allowed 3. Blue 1. Orange 1. And teaspoons, I'm allowed 4. Okay, so now I have written down on the side all my containers, what I'm allowed to have. Okay? So then it's as simple as creating my meal plan. So I start with my breakfast. I always have everything listed in, so I start with breakfast. Then I have my, then I go my morning snack. Then I would have lunch. Okay. Then I have my afternoon snack. I didn't spell that properly, but that's okay. My afternoon snack. And then I have supper. Okay? Now this is what works out for me in my calorie bracket. If you were in the higher calorie bracket of the 2100 to 2300 calories, you might add in another snack after dinner, okay? Now, here's something to keep in mind when you're putting your meal plan together. When are you working out? Now, I personally, when I did my first round, I did my workouts in the evening. And then my rounds since then, I switched them to the morning. Now, I find the morning is better. I'm finding I'm getting a better workout in. And it really sets me up for the day. So I really, you know, you get your workout in, you feel great, you feel pumped, you feel alive, you're ready to go about your day. When I was doing my workouts in the evening, I get up, I go about my day, but the whole day all I did was think about, when I get home I gotta do my workout. So I was defeating myself before I even got home. I was already starting to talk myself out of the workout before I even got home. And then, you know, this happens many, many times. As soon as you get home, you gotta take the dog out. The kids are there, they want something. Your husband wants something. As soon, you get pulled in 20 different directions as soon as you walk through the door when you get home. Or, what happens, if you're like me, as soon as you sit down, once you get home, you're done. That's it. As soon as you sit down, you're done. You're not getting back up. And no one wants to be doing a workout at 9, 10 o'clock at night before they go to bed. Because, let's be honest, you're just going to half-ass it, and there's no point of even doing it. So, it's up to you personally when you want to do your workout. I would recommend the morning. If you can get up 15, 20 minutes earlier than when you normally do, and fit that into your routine, you will feel so much better. And the thing is, let's say you did happen to sleep in, and you missed your morning workout, well then you can do it in the evening. There's still time in the day. But if it's the end of the day and you decide to skip your workout, then guess what that means tomorrow? It means you're doing doubles tomorrow. And no one wants to do doubles. So, figure out when you're going to do your workout. Then, when you look at your meal plan, it is highly recommended that you have the bulk of your carbs, so that's your yellows, your bulk of your carbs, after you work out. So personally, when I work out in the morning, I have the bulk of my carbs at breakfast, okay? So if you're working out in the evening time, it's preferable if you work out around the 6, 7 p.m. mark and then have your supper after you work out, okay? Because your body gets into that fat burning mode, and that is the time. It's called your glycogen levels. The carbs help replenish that, and that is your body is running at the peak of burning your carbs. So it's going to take what it needs to create its own energy, and then it's still going to burn off all those extra carbs. Whereas if you eat them any other time of the day, your body will already have enough, and they end up storing it as fat. So it is a little bit of a timing when you're going to have them, okay? So here's how, now that I have this set up, here's how I would go about my breakfast. I always have my Shakeology at breakfast. That's when I have my Shakeology. So I always start with proteins first, okay? Always start with your proteins first, because you know you're going to build, normally, you build your meal around your proteins, what you're having, okay? So I know for breakfast, I'm going to have my shake. So I put my shake down for breakfast, and then I take, now so I cross off the 4, and I put a 1 there, so I know I've taken one of those proteins away. Right now I've used it, okay? At lunchtime, I know I'm going to have chicken. So now I put another 1 over there by my reds, okay? At supper time, always go with your biggest meals first. So at supper time, I know this week I am doing pork tenderloin. Okay, so now there's another 1 up by my reds. So I have 1 red left. And that is my morning snack. I always have Greek yogurt. So I write in Greek yogurt. And now I've done all my reds, so I cross cross the reds off my list. Done with proteins. So, next, I would recommend your carbs, okay, so your yellows. So, of course, supper and lunch are always two main places for carbs, but since I eat the bulk of mine after my workouts, that means I have the bulk of mine at breakfast. So, what do? I put 1 packet of instant oatmeal in my shake, and then I actually have a bowl of oatmeal. So that's 2 yellows right there. So I put 2 check marks beside my yellow. So I've got 1 yellow left. So my 1 yellow left I actually have at lunchtime. So I keep all of my carbs pretty much in the morning. So with my chicken, I will have brown rice. So there's my yellows done, okay? Next, when you move on, I usually move on to my veggies. See, we're building meals. So you go with your biggest ones first. So next is my veggies, so the greens, okay? So with lunch, I'm making a stir fry for lunch. So what I do is I'm gonna have some mushrooms and green onions. So I'm going to use 1 container for mushrooms and green onions. So I write down mushrooms and green onions. So I put a 1 there. So I have 3 left. For my supper, because I'm not having any carbs with my supper, I have 2 greens with my supper. So this week I've done mashed cauliflower, so make it seem like I'm having mashed potatoes, but mashed cauliflower and asparagus. So that's 2 right there. So I have 1 green left. And my 1 green I normally have as an afternoon snack. So I have carrots as my afternoon snack. So there's my greens gone. Okay? So next, your next biggest one is going to be your purple. So I have 3 purples. So, a half a banana equals 1 purple. Okay, a half a banana. So in my shake in the morning, I always put a half a banana. So that's 1 purple gone. In my bowl of oatmeal, I put the other half of that banana. So that's another purple gone. So now I have one purple left, so 1 fruit left. And that's with my Greek yogurt. I always have 1 container, so I have about 3/4 of it with raspberries, and I top it off with some blueberries. So raspberries, blueberries. So purple's done, okay? And you get down to the blues, and the blues are your healthy fats, okay? So I have my blue, I always use it as hummus in the afternoon. So my afternoon snack is always hummus with carrots or hummus with red pepper, either one. So that's my hummus. So that's my blue gone. Orange, your orange containers are for dressings. So if you're having salads, they have your dressings, or you have seeds, okay? So I usually have organic raw sunflower seeds, and I put them on top of my Greek yogurt and my raspberries. So I have sunflower seeds. Okay? And then you have your teaspoons left. Now I have 4 teaspoons. So teaspoons are going to be for any of your nut butters, so almond butters, peanut butters, any of those, okay? And it also is your oils. So if you're doing if you're doing a lot of cooking in oils, that'll be your, your extra virgin olive oil, your flaxseed oil, any of those, and any of your other seeds like flaxseed, chia seeds, any of those. So at breakfast, I pretty much take care of all this. So at breakfast, I put in 1 teaspoon of peanut butter in my shake. And I also put 1 teaspoon of peanut butter in my bowl of oatmeal. So there's 2 right there. Also in my shake, I put 1 teaspoon of chia seeds in my shake, okay? So that's another teaspoon. Now, I always leave 1 teaspoon for cooking. So whatever I'm doing my cooking, I usually use grapeseed oil because it's a high heat kind of oil. So if you're doing up your chicken in that, or stir fries, it really holds the heat well and doesn't smoke as much like extra virgin olive oil. Plus it's a bit better for you. So I use grapeseed oil and I use coconut oil for cooking, which is also really good in your shake, or coconut oil in your coffee is really good. And between those 2, and I also do a spray. Instead, you know how you can get pan spray? Well, you can get coconut oil as a spray as well, and that's what I use for my pans as well, is that spray. One more thing I do on my Greek yogurt. The Greek yogurt you should be looking for should be 0 fat, plain, and have it should have 4 grams or under of sugar in it, okay? But it can be, if you've had plain Greek yogurt, it can be pretty pasty. So I do on my morning snack put 1 packet of stevia. I do allow myself 1 packet of stevia on there. Okay? So that's those done. If you're in a higher calorie bracket, your shake is the best thing going to get in any extras you have over here, okay? So if you have extra veg you need to get rid of, put a handful of spinach in your shake. You have extra teaspoons to get rid of, put them in your shake. Once you get everything in your shake, you're not going to notice it's in there, okay? So this is the easiest way that I've come up with to do your meal plan. Now, once you have this meal plan set for the week, like I said, maybe you follow this from Sunday to Wednesday, and then on Wednesday you switch up your lunches and dinners for the rest of the week. That's fine. Whatever you do, keep it simple for the first 3 weeks, okay? Just keep it simple. As you learn, and as the 3 weeks go, this meal planning will get easier. You'll get faster at it. Your meal prepping you'll get faster at. And once you get more confident in your meal planning and your prepping, then you can start throwing in recipes and getting a little more fancy with your meals. But for now, just try and keep things simple. Okay? So again, if you have any questions, need some help with your meal plan, or you would like me to review your meal plan, then I encourage you to do up your meal plan and then just email it to me, and I can give it a look over and give you any suggestions if you need any suggestions, okay? But again, this is the simplest way I've found to do meal planning, and I hope that it works for you. All right, thanks for joining me.